Welcome friends, it is I, your Skyfer, and it's time for the Sunday vlog. So here we go. In the background's going to be a Baka Arena, so you know how that's going to go. Alright, so let's see here. Let's talk about Smite first. Kumbhakarna's here. Kumbhakarna. Funny thing, I gotta talk about this first. So DM's streaming, and he's playing the game, playing Kumbhakarna. And people tell him, Kumbhakarna needs to be buffed. And that surprises the balls out of me to hear that. I wasn't watching, someone was telling me about this. And so DM's reaction is, you're shitty at the game. That's why you think he needs to be buffed. And that basically anyone who plays the game not as... Like, the more you play the game, the better you understand the game. Here's what he's saying. He's saying, those of you who only play after school or this or that don't have as much knowledge of the game as I do, because I play it all day. And he's not wrong about that, in that he should have a stronger understanding, so you should take his opinions... You should weight his opinions a little bit. But it doesn't mean he's infallible in that he has his opinions, and he could be wrong here and there. I don't think he's wrong about Kumbhakarna, though. I don't think so at all. I think he's right that to be a little tripped out by people going he needs a buff, because I don't see that at all. Kumbhakarna's pretty good. But it was just an interesting thing to hear about, that this people think Kumbhakarna needs to be buffed. I don't think he needs a buff at all. And to hear about DM's reaction to that. And DM being DM, it's a little, of course, a little blunt, but that's how he is. And I thought it was just interesting to hear about it. I'm sharing that just because he does have some point to that, in that the more you play the game, the more you understand it. He plays it all day, so he understands a lot better than people who can only play after school. But if you play the game for a year, you have a pretty good understanding as well. That's the kind of thing to that is, you play the game enough, even if you don't play it as much in one day, you will understand the game pretty well. But everyone has their opinions on things. I have the opinion that Ullr does not need any big nerfs. He has really good clear and really good poke. And he gets nerfed. It might be extra mana cost to him, although he has a bunch of abilities. Maybe they'll tone things down. I don't really think he needs any huge nerfs. I don't think so at all. I don't think he's OP. I think he's strong, but he ain't OP. Of course, I was of the opinion that Bastet was just strong, not OP. Some people thought she was OP. And people were glad she got nerfed. She's still pretty good, despite the nerfs. I still think she's pretty strong. I still don't think she was OP. And I think these nerfs are fine, though. She's still a strong god, and the nerfs are fine. That's in my opinion, that she's still good. Now, Kumbhakarna is in no way OP. He's pretty strong, but currently he's bugged. Until they hotfix that bug, we won't see how truly strong he can be. But OP, no way. He has an amazing amount of stuff. On paper, he looks OP to a lot of people. On paper, a lot of gods looked OP, and sometimes people were right. Nemesis on paper looked OP to everybody. Nemesis was OP to everybody. Nemesis got nerfed over and over and over again because of that. She's still strong now. Once you see what happens to Retribution, whether I feel they should change some other things or not, we'll see. Like, if they nerf Retribution too hard, then they might need to bring back Slice and Dice a little bit. But we'll see how that all goes. The nerf... Like, I talked about all the nerfs and stuff last week, actually, because the patch notes was on Friday. But, I think the nerfs and the buffs were fine. I think they all did a good job. I think this is a pretty good patch for that. The Kumbhakarna bug bugs me, though. The fact that you can't push big minions despite the fact you should be able to. The fact that it hasn't been hotfixed yet really bothers me. So, what's stopping that from happening, my understanding would be, because Kumbhakarna was able to push the escorts back in Arena, they had to change it so that he couldn't do that. And by doing that, for some reason, he can't push the big minions now. So... some reason they can't separate the two. So isn't there a way to separate what they are? Isn't there a way to go escort is counted as one thing, big minions are counted as another, so he can push the big minions, but not the escorts? And how hard is that on the programming to do, to make them two separate entities? Like, I have some idea of programming, and it doesn't seem very hard to me, but apparently it is, because we still don't have a hotfix on it, and it's really annoying to me that we haven't hotfixed it yet. That is very impactful on that god. As long as he can't push the big minions, his solo and mid clear is not as good as it could be, and we don't get to see his full potential. As a support, he's awesome. He's an amazing support. He causes bad things to happen. You can see that in my Merc jungle game from Friday. Kumbhakarna was very integral into a lot of kills in the dual lane. He really was. He got these really good brutes, he did good pop-ups, good mesmerization, popping minions to weaken people. We got to see that. We got to see glimpses of that when I ganked that lane. And so, Kumbhakarna is a great support. He really is. So we get to see him shine there a little bit. But we won't get to see his true solo and mid potential until later. I saw some people do well with it, but they were getting lucky. They were able to catch the minions without hitting the big guy. And that's good, because right now they have to play a little bit harder because they have to not hit the big guy in action. Because if they do, it completely ruins things for them. and they're doing all right with that. So it's going to make them better players because they're learning Kuba harder because they have to do it that way. Well, I'm not willing to do it because it's not supposed to be there. It's a bug that shouldn't be there, so I'm not willing to do it. That's why we haven't seen a Kuba conquest yet. When that bug gets fixed, we will see a Kuba conquest. Because even though as a good support, I would like him to actually be fully functional before I show him off. Because right now he isn't. So if the big minion shows up in the duo lane, I hit the big minion, not the little guys, then that ability gets screwed over, and that's not good to show. It's not good to show a buggy god. It really isn't. So that's why I haven't done Kumbhakarna in Conquest yet. I've been wanting to, but I can't do it, so I'm holding back on that. And that's too bad there. Let's see here. Coming up, I haven't made any of the games yet for Monday through Wednesday yet. It'll probably be a balancing patch, or who knows, maybe just a fixing patch for Wednesday, we'll see. So we'll still have the stream on Tuesday at 2 p.m. And even if there is actually no patch, well, then we'll do viewer games then. We'll do viewer games at that time. So I should talk about streaming. Okay, so Thursday night was the Guan Yu giveaway stream. Gave it away. Congratulations to the winner. It was Stevo Numbers 581, I think. Stevo 581. Congrats to them. That night, we lost every single game. We lost every single game that night. And it's an example of why I don't stream Smite every day. Because that eventually adds up and it just gets tiring to lose every match. That's really what happened there. And it's something I need to work on. Being entertaining while losing. That's what I have to work on. But it just really sucks to lose. We lost 3, 4... We lost every match. We lost every single... We lost three 5-mans in a row. We lost in arena. We just kept losing. And for 5 minutes, I was extremely salty during that third 5-man loss. Because I wanted to surrender. Because I got 50 people watching me, and this isn't very fun. So I wanted to surrender, because we're not having fun here. And my team didn't surrender, so I was salty for 5 minutes. Very salty for 5 minutes. Until we finally surrendered again. And actually got the surrender to go through. Because the feeling of... I got 50 people watching, and this is a crappy game. I don't want them to watch this crap. I want us to do better. That's how I felt. We just lost every game that night, and that really sucked. And at some point, I cracked and started having fun with it, because I was just losing every game, and we're having some fun and being pretty entertaining. And that is a character flaw in me, not the cracking part, but the inability to be funny despite how bad we were doing. And conversations with Jinx on this, it's like, I'm not a pro player. Which hurts, of course, because I want to be really good. I am a mid-level player that's pretty good at the game. We see me carry a lot. And, yeah, I'm a pretty good player, but I'm not the best player ever, and because of that, I'm going to have losses. And I need to accept those losses and have fun with that and be entertaining during that. People aren't watching me for pro player. They're watching me for good ideas on how to do things and just to have fun. And I'm not having fun in the losses, so I got to work on that. But that's also the reason why we don't see me stream Smite that often. We see me stream Smite 3 to 5 times a week. But I don't do it daily because I know if we get a bad run, I'm just going to be awful and I'm not going to be very fun to play with. So that's why I shy away from doing Smite too often. We do Smite on Monday, we do Smite on Tuesday, we do Smite on Thursday. And then we might have a surprise stream on Wednesday or Friday. Wednesday if there's no patch. Friday if things align that allow me to do it. And Saturday is no guarantee, but sometimes I stream on Saturday, Smite. And Sunday doesn't get Smite, unless something doesn't happen in the morning on Sunday, because I'm usually on Sunday mornings, because we do a stream later on Sundays. So, we have the potential to see me stream between 3 and 6 Smites a week. That's the potential. But most of the time we only see 3, and we don't see more just because something will sour me on Smite. And the Kuba bug a little bit sours me on playing Kumba right now. The Kali bug, which I'm not going to share how that works, really sours me on a little bit as well. And the negatives of the game are starting to get to me a little bit more than normal, so I have to work on that. That's a character flaw I have to work on, just the disappointment and unhappiness with certain things, and having fun despite not being happy about some things. That's something I need to work on. When I have a lot of fun, you can tell I'm really happy, really crazy. And sometimes I can have fun in the losses, and we see that. Like, the Geb game from Monday, I think it was Monday, was pretty good, because that whole game we were losing. And I'm keeping together, I'm having a lot of fun despite how much I'm sucking at the game. I missed like every boulder. I landed like 1 or 2 boulders and it actually saved their life. And I was having fun in how bad I was playing. And then we won it at the end somehow. Like we turned around like the last minute and won it. It was like, holy crap. But I was being entertaining despite sucking that game. And that's something I need to work on and be able to do better. Is when we're having a bad game, how can I have fun with it? Until it's finally freaking over. Like, how can I have fun with it until the end of it? Or how can we turn it around? Reminds me, and it's not the same, but it reminds me of the Pon Pon story of... Pon Pon used to be, when he played his games, he got mad at his teammates, he would yell at them and just say stuff to them every game. Every game, he would say stuff. And then he decided he would just pipe down, not talk at all, and just evaluate himself. And he realized when he just evaluated himself and wasn't yelling at his teammates, he did better, and things just went smoother as a team. Because talking to your teammates will not help things. And we do know I try to give advice during matches, and sometimes it doesn't help. And sometimes it does help. But that is the balance of things is, sometimes you need to tell a teammate to be passive, because if they don't, you're going to lose for sure. And it depends on whether they listen to you or not. That's really happens, because if a teammate keeps sticking their head out and getting caught again and again and again, and no one tells them that, then there's a chance you're going to lose because of that. But if they do listen, there's a chance of you winning that match. Because that can happen where a teammate will passive up because you ask them to, and you'll win. And there are times when a teammate will not passive up because you ask them to, and you will lose, but you were losing anyway. So it's this hard balance of when do you talk, when do you not. And sometimes talking is good, sometimes not talking is good. And there's that balance to that. And so, yeah, I don't even know where I was going with that. But it's, I don't believe in BMing your teammates, but sometimes I have a hard time not going, what the hell happened there? Because I want to understand what happened there so we can improve in the future on that. That's really my feeling on that is, this is the hard part is, the balance between BM and criticism is, I'm not trying to BM when I'm trying to criticize a teammate so that they can do better in something. When I see a teammate do something really bad, I want them to know that so they can improve on that. The hard part, though, is saying it correctly so it's not just me yelling at them. That is the trick. And because text is interpretive, whatever you type is interpretive, they can interpret anything as you yelling at them. They can interpret me going, please passive up, to me going, please passive up! Or just me going, could you please passive up? You're really sucking for everybody, even though I just said please passive up. Like, that's the hard part is the interpretation of what you say. And that is something that you don't really have control of. You can try to present things better, but you don't really have control of how it's interpreted. So it's like, do you talk or not? And I think you gotta talk to help. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard. I don't even know the answer to that. I think post-game criticism is probably the best way to go about it. Post-game is, you won this position, that was a bad place to go, you got killed because of that, that was not good. You gotta recognize that next time. That's probably the way to do it, and I should probably try to do that next stream. Criticism after game. Unless they're doing something glaring in the game that really needs to be corrected now, or else it's just gonna be bad for them. Or something like that. I think that might be the way to go about it. That's I don't know. You can tell I'm a mess on this, because I want people to have fun, but I also want people to do better at the game. There's so many directions I'm going with what I want to be in these streams. So, I don't know. But having fun, of course, is very important. I should be having more fun with it. And I need to learn to have fun when losing and do better with that. But I just felt like it's not entertaining just to watch us suck. So I have to win. So basically, yeah, I have to have fun while I'm sucking. That way it's entertaining while I'm sucking until we lose or surrender already. Anyone looking for pro play, it'll happen once in a while, but we're not pro here, so it's not going to happen that often. So I don't know, I lose that crowd, I guess. I don't get that crowd, I don't know. There's also that, and I think that's probably my mistake, is trying to access too many communities, trying to access too many different groups, when I should be focusing on the group that I am, which is, I'm not the pro group, which means if anyone's coming... So people watch me for 2 minutes, see, oh, he's not a pro, and they'll leave. And that shouldn't bother me, because I'm not a pro player. I'm a good player, that's for sure. You don't have to be a pro to be able to teach. You have to be good, you have to have a strong understanding to teach. Look at Flarebot and Alex Error and Ecos. They're all pretty good at the game, but they're not the best at the game. But they have extremely strong understanding of the game. So they can explain mechanics very well, and they do the math very well, and they do that right. And if any of those three take chagrin with me for saying they're not that great, I'm sorry. I've seen you guys play, though. You guys are alright. I'm not saying I'm better. But I've seen you guys play. So, unless Ecos is Baka. Ecos is a god with Baka. But, and even the pro players have bad games too. But you don't have to be a pro to know what the hell works. You don't have to be a pro to know this or that. And that's something I need to realize, but that's not something I can really explain to players who will only believe that pros are the only two to explain things. That is a faulty way to think about things, to believe that only pros know what the hell's going on. But you can't change their mind. You can't. I shouldn't be trying to change their mind, because that's a waste of time and energy. That's energy I could use somewhere else. So really, the market, the groups I should be focusing on are the low to mid-level players, the ones who are looking to improve, and the people looking to have fun. Those are the people I should be focusing on. Those are the people that I should be thinking about when I'm streaming. I shouldn't be thinking about the people going, why aren't you building this pro build? Why aren't you building this item or this item? Like, no. That works for the pros, they don't work for me. That works for these guys, doesn't work for me, because at the same time it is building towards your playstyle. There's also that. To the meta, this looks great. But if you're good enough to break the meta in whatever you're doing, then you should be doing it your way. You should be conforming to the meta to do it well. But if you find a way to do better than the meta, you should be doing that. You should be doing that. Just because it's not a part of the meta doesn't mean it won't be the next meta. The meta always changes. It stays the same for a couple months and it changes to something else, because counters to those metas happen. That's how it goes. Like, the support warrior meta wasn't around for a long time. Now it's here. And now there's counters to the support warrior meta, and things happen with that. And then we have nerfs happening to warriors. We have this new guardian that's pretty good. And we'll see how that changes things in the future. Maybe this won't change it enough, but in the future, more guardians or nerfs to warriors or buffs to guardians, whatever happens, maybe gold changes this or that. We will see what happens to that part of the meta. But the meta is always changing. Like, for months, it was believed that everyone should start at mid-right on your map, and then everyone moves to their positions. Eventually, the meta was realized that it's more efficient to have your jungler with a solo, and then have mid be on the right, and then duo wherever it needs to be, whatever lane they're on. Like, that was eventually figured out. Like, the meta changes for more efficiency, or to counter the current meta, and to do things better. That's what happens. The meta is always changing. So what happens now may not be the same later. And so you don't want to be too solid in the meta, but you also want to understand the meta well, so you can utilize it well if you do the meta. And dear God, if I talked about Smite for 20 minutes. Okay. Let's see here. So we're going to see Smite Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. If there's any surprise streams, they will happen. Thursday's going to be the final Guan Yu skin. Now, here's something important, everybody. I'm not advertising the Thursday Guan Yu. Those of you who show up on Thursday, stay up or not, whatever. If you show up on Thursday, you have a shot at the Guan Yu skin. Like, I'm not advertising this one. I'm not putting it on Twitter. I'm not putting it on Reddit. I'm not putting it anywhere. I'm not even going to mention that it's a Guan Yu skin giveaway on the Monday stream announcement. No. If you've been around, you know damn well it's coming out. You know it's coming on Thursday. You know it's coming. I'm not going to advertise it. So everyone who paid attention and shows up, or shows up by luck or whatever, you have a chance at this thing. If by some random ass miracle we have 100 people showing up, that's ridiculous because I didn't advertise it. But this is the final Guan Yu skin that we're going to give out this Thursday. Unless I get more at Comic-Con. That requires Hi-Rez showing up to Comic-Con. So this might be the last Guan Yu skin I ever have. So we're going to give that out, and whoever's there gets it. Simple as that. Let's see what else. That's it. So yeah. Smites and streams in general. Half Minute Hero, we're going to start putting the VODs up on the channel. I'm going to split them up by chapters. It's way too fun. Only 10 people watch this stream, but it's too damn fun. It's too much fun to not show me being ridiculous with all these voices, so I feel like it needs to go on the main channel. Because it shows a different level of who I am with these stupid voices I keep doing, and I think it's fun. I really do. And we'll see how people feel about it soon enough. I know my main LPs aren't that popular, but I enjoy doing them. That's why we do them. And I know the more fun I have with them, the better they'll perform in the future. And everything we do is a training phase to get to the better levels of things. We're always leveling up pretty much. We're always getting better. My voices are getting better, as you'll see from the first episode to the current one. I think I've done them better. I've got a larger variety of them going on. They're not all that good, but I am doing more of them and doing better with it. So I feel like we're always going to have some sort of thing on the stream where I can do voices. And I think what's going to happen is, announcing already, when Dark Souls 2 comes out, we're going to go ahead and put it on Monday, on the Tuesday, Wednesday slot, and move Half Minute Hero to Fridays. That's what we're going to do. And that way I do my voice practice every Friday. And then when Half Minute Hero's finished, we'll play another RPG where I can do voices again. I think that's my plan. So it becomes an RPG Friday night where I'm doing voices again and again and again, so I get better at my voice work. And we just be really fun with it. I think that's the plan there. RPG's going to take forever to finish because of that, but I think that'll be fun there. While Dark Souls 2 will be in Tuesday, Wednesday slot. That's my plan is. We'll see if it changes. We're constantly changing our plans because, we do so many games and so many ideas. But that's what we're going to do. One last thing is the 30-second review. I hope everyone watched that. I want to see what you guys think of that. If enough people like it, maybe I'll try to do it again with another game. I don't know. 30 seconds is crazy, but I find it very entertaining and an interesting idea to do it that way. And so if enough people like it, well, I'll try to give it another shot there. One last thing is streaming. One more question about streaming, and that is, I think I asked this before, I forgot what the response was, and that is, would you guys rather I only do these scheduled streams and also the surprise Smite streams? Or if I'm just playing something for fun, would you want to watch that? Like right now, I'm playing the crap out of Kingdoms of Amalur. I'm deep into the game, and I'm having a lot of fun playing it during my breaks, and I could be streaming that. I could. Like, I'm having fun with that. I don't know if people will have fun watching it, but I'm having fun doing it, so that could be something. Like, would people want to watch that? Or would people care to watch me play whatever I'm playing? Or would you care to watch me do my one-shot research? Like, I have a good feeling what next week's one-shot's going to be, and I'm going to try it out soon. And would people be interested in watching me try it out? That's the question there. Would you be interested in seeing me try out a game for one-shot? Would you be interested in seeing me just take a break for 2 hours and have fun playing something? That's the question. Like, would you want to watch me do that, or would you rather I only do the structured stuff because you could follow the story that way? That's the other concern is, some of the things I'm playing for fun, I'm in the middle of the story, and it's not going to be very fun watching from the middle of the story because you don't know what the hell's going on. So is this balancing act of everything, is this a good idea or not? We've been at this for like a year and a half, and I still don't know if I'm doing things right or wrong. And that's a good thing in some ways because it means I'm not being complacent. In other ways it is, since I don't have the fullest structure, although we have plenty of structure to the channel and the streams, I don't know, it does make things a little inconsistent in ways, even though we have a consistent 7 p.m. thing now. So I don't know. I think the inconsistency and the consistency are both different strengths, because it means we're not being complacent, but it also is, it's hard to keep on a thing. But on that same note, we have been extremely consistent for the whole freaking year and a half. We've done Smite every Monday through Wednesday. Comes out the same time every Monday through Friday. Comes out the same time every day, unless it's a patch day. We've been doing these streamings every 7 p.m. Monday through Friday. We've been doing the Sunday stream for a couple months now. So we do have some structure. We have some consistency we've been doing for a long time. We've done the one-shot every Saturday for over a year. We've done some sort of Sunday special every Sunday for over a year. We have a lot of consistency, but we're always changing things up at the same time. I am all over the place with this vlog, aren't I? And I'm past. I'm pretty sure the game's done by now. I'm really sure it's an arena, so it's probably done by now. I'm at 26 minutes here. I'm almost at 26 minutes. And so, yeah, this is the vlog. You get to see how freaking ridiculous I am and where my mind is, how it's all over the damn place, always trying to find the next angle. And there's always something on my mind. There's a feeling I'm overworked, but I always feel like I'm not doing enough. Like, I know some of you guys think I'm overworking me, but I always feel like I'm just not doing enough. That's how I feel. So, I don't know. I just realized I'm further away from the mic now, so I might sound different. Whoops. This is me. I'm nuts. I am neurotic as hell. Alright, so that's the vlog. This is longer than normal. My apologies for making so long, Jinx. I'm sorry. I always aim for 20, but this time I just went really far. But that is the vlog. And, well, there'll be more vlog next week. Happy Easter to those of you who celebrate it. Happy 420 to those who do not celebrate it. And happy Sunday to those who don't celebrate those two other things. So there you go. That is the vlog. I had fun. Hope you had fun watching and listening. And that's what it's all about, isn't it? Having fun. Thanks for coming by, and see you next time.